Hi students, I am your Srinivas sir from Sri Sai Sadbhavana School teaching Social Studies for your class, that is 4th standard. Okay, we have already completed the first chapter, which is the first chapter, Our Country India. Our Country India. In the physical features of that, we have studied the Great Himalayas, the abode of snow. We have studied that physical features. Which are the physical features? If you want, you please turn the page number 3. Okay, physical features, they are given the Great Himalayas, the abode of snow, the fertile plains of North India, the Great Indian Desert, the Thar Desert, the coastal plains and islands, the Southern Plateau. In these 5 topics, now we will study about the Great Himalayas, the abode of snow in detail. Okay, this is the second chapter for you, the abode of snow, part 1. Okay, here I will read the lesson first. Okay, in the first page, page number 9. I hope all of you opened. I will read. The Himalayas form the world's largest mountain range. They are fold mountains located in the south central part of Asia. Deep gorges and narrow valleys are formed by many streams and rivers in this region. The Himalayan range covers the entire northernmost part of India from Ladakh to the northeastern state Arunachal Pradesh. Location: the Himalayas stretch to about 2,400 kilometers, passing through northern India, southern China, Tibet, Nepal, and Bhutan. Its width varies from 150 to 400 kilometers. The Himalayas enclose 9 of the highest peaks of the world. Now I will explain. The Himalayas form the world's largest mountain range. When you consider in the world where the highest mountain ranges are there, that means in other countries our Himalayas are the stands first. That means they are the highest mountain ranges. That means in the length, in the height, they are stands first. That means the Himalayan ranges are the highest mountain peaks in the world. Okay, they are fold mountains located in south central part of Asia, where they are located. If you consider the Asian continent in the south part, that means our India also lies in the South Asia, so here it located. Okay. Deep gorges and narrow valleys are formed by many streams and rivers in this region. In the first line, fold mountains. What is the meaning of fold mountains? That means when you fold a paper like this. Okay, if you open it, the folds, when you open it, the folds looks like that type fold mountains. They are called as fold mountains located in the south central part of Asia. Deep gorges and narrow valleys are formed by many streams and rivers in this region. Deep gorges, that means these are called as the gorges. The place between two valleys, the place between two mountain valleys is called as deep gorges. Okay, narrow valleys, very small valleys. Narrow means small valleys. Okay, are formed by many streams. Streams means water flowing. Streams means flow of water. Okay, and many rivers. For example, Ganga, Yamuna, we will study in this lesson only. Okay, these we will see in this region. The Himalayan range covers the entire northernmost part of India. This Himalayan range covers the entire northernmost part of the India. Okay, from from where it starts, from Ladakh to the northeastern state Arunachal Pradesh. See here they are given, this is the Ladakh place, that is in Kashmir. From Kashmir to this Arunachal Pradesh, up to this area it covers. Okay, I hope you understand. Next, location. See here they are given the figure. These are the Himalayan mountain ranges. Next, location. The Himalayas stretch to about 2,400 kilometers, passing through northern India, southern China, Tibet, Nepal and Bhutan. That means this stretches. That means from, if you consider like this, it stretches up to 2,400 kilometers. How many kilometers? 2,400 kilometers passing through India. Which are the countries it passes through? India. It passes through India, China, Nepal, Tibet, and Bhutan also. These are the countries where this Himalayan ranges passes through. That means this Himalayan ranges belongs to all these countries. India, China, Nepal, Tibet, Bhutan. Okay. Its width varies from 150 to 400 kilometers. Then if you compare this width, some places it is 150 kilometers. Some places it is 150 kilometers. In some places it is 400 kilometers. In some places it is 400 kilometers. That means not uniformly, some places very less, some places more wide. More wide. The Himalayas enclose 9 of the highest peaks of the world. If you consider the highest mountain ranges, highest mountains, in that the 9 present in Himalayas only. Among them, 9 highest mountains are present in Himalayan ranges. I hope you understand this first page very well. Okay, once again I will read. The Himalayas form the world's largest mountain range. They are fold mountains located in the south central part of Asia. Deep gorges and narrow valleys are formed by many streams and rivers in this region. The Himalayan range covers the entire northernmost part of India from Ladakh to the northeastern state of Arunachal Pradesh. Location, the Himalayas stretch to about 2,400 kilometers, passing through northern India, southern China, Tibet, Nepal and Bhutan. Its width varies from 150 to 400 kilometers. The Himalayas enclose 9 of the highest peaks of the world. Here they are given in the figure where this brown color indicates where the Himalayan mountain ranges. Okay. Next, please turn the page, that is page number 10. Okay. Now the climate. Now we have studied where the Himalaya located and how much width, in which countries it belongs, everything we have studied. Now we will go for the climate. What is the climatic condition of these Himalayan mountain ranges? Okay, I will read. The great Himalayas influence the climate of the Indian subcontinent. They also have a major influence on the monsoon and rainfall patterns. Within the Himalayas, the climate varies depending upon the elevation and location of the place. The temperature decreases as we go higher and the atmospheric condition becomes extremely cold. The slopes of the mountains are covered with snow and ice. Cold winds blow from the high mountains towards the valleys. The western Himalayas are covered with snow and are colder than the eastern Himalayas, which are low in height. They are not snow covered but receive heavy rainfall during the monsoon season. Then, what is the climatic condition? The Great Himalayas influence the climate of the Indian subcontinent. When you consider the India, okay, Indian map. Here it located the Himalayas. It controls the climatic condition of the India. That means subcontinent. That means half of the India. The climatic condition is controlled by this Himalayan ranges. This Himalayan ranges. Okay. Next, they also have a major influence on the monsoon and the rainfall patterns. That means by this Himalayas controls the monsoon. That means how the monsoon will fall. According to this mountain ranges, that means if the mountain ranges are very cold, we get some less rainfall. If they are very hot, like that. Okay, not the same, but like that they influence the monsoon also and the rainfall patterns. Patterns means heavy rainfall, low rainfall, like that. Within the Himalayas, the climate varies depending upon the elevation and location of the place. That means when you consider the place Himalayas, according to the elevation, what is the meaning of elevation? Height. Elevation means depending upon the height. Depending upon the height of the place, these climatic conditions depend. Okay, depending upon the elevation or depending upon the height of the and the location of the place, the temperature or everything, the climate depends. The temperature decreases as we go higher and the atmospheric condition becomes extremely cold. When you go to the higher places, the temperature decreases. And the atmospheric conditions become extremely cold. That means when you go to the higher places, the temperature becomes very less. So we feel so much of cold. The slopes of the mountains are covered with snow and ice. Here the slopes everywhere, when you go, the slopes and everything covered with ice because due to the climatic conditions, that is less than 0 degree temperature. The ice forms. Okay. Cold winds blow from the high mountains towards the valleys. That means the cold winds from the high mountains, winds along with them, they carry the ice. So we feel the cold winds. Towards the valleys. That means from the highest, from these areas to these valleys. This is the valleys. So here the cold winds blow. From highest mountain range towards the valleys. The western Himalayas are covered with snow and are colder than the eastern Himalayas, which are low in height. The western Himalayas are height in place. So they are colder than the eastern Himalayas, which are in the low in height. Because of their height, the western Himalayas are very cold than the eastern Himalayas. They are not snow covered but receive heavy rainfall during the monsoon season. That means these eastern Himalayas, they don't cover with ice throughout the year, but they get heavy rainfall during the monsoon season because of their altitude. That means height. Okay, because of their height, they get the heavy rainfall, but they do not cover with ice throughout the year. But when you compare this western Himalayas, they are always covered with the ice throughout the year. I hope you understand what is the climatic condition of the Himalayas. That means according to their height, depends upon the either cold or hot. There is no hot at all, but less cold. Okay, less cold, high cold. If the mountain ranges are more height, there we feel the more cold. In the less mountain ranges, that means in the less height, that means very low temperature. Here also we feel the low temperature, that is 0 degrees. Okay, not more than 10 or 15. Next, physical features of the Himalayas. How these mountains are there? That means physical features. The Himalayan range, I am reading, the Himalayan range of mountains is divided into three parallel ranges. They are the Greater Himalayas or Himadri, the Lesser Himalayas are Himachal, the Outer Himalayas are Shivalik. Here they are divided it into three. Now the physical features. The physical features of Himalayas are divided into three parallel ranges. That means one by one another parallelly. They have divided these Himalayas into three physical features, divided into three physical features. The first one is the Greater Himalayas or Himadri. Second one, the Lesser Himalayas or Himachal. Third one is the Outer Himalayas or Shivalik. Okay, these are the three physical features of the Great Himalaya or the abode of snow. The first one is the Greater Himalayas. As the name itself shows that greater height. That means more height places. Next, the Lesser Himalayas, less height places. The Outer Himalayas means the outer ring. That means borders. Borders is called as the Outer Himalayas. Here in this, next we will go in detail with the Greater Himalayas. Okay. Next, the Greater Himalayas or Himadri, I am reading. They are the highest ranges of the Himalayas with their height ranging from 6,000 meters to 8,000 meters. Their peaks are always covered with snow and hence they are named Himalayas, which means abode of snow. The highest mountain peak of these ranges is the Mount Everest. It is located in Nepal and has an altitude of 8,848 meters. The Karakoram range of the Greater Himalayas lies in Ladakh. It encloses Mountain K2 or Mountain Godwin Austen, the highest peak in India and the second highest in the world. Nanda Devi, Kanchenjunga, Dhaulagiri, Nanga Parbat, Annapurna and Makalu are a few other high peaks of this range. I already told that the Greater Himalayas means the highest mountain ranges. Highest mountain ranges comes under this physical feature, that is the Greater Himalayas or Himadri. The Greater Himalayas are Himadri. They are the highest mountain ranges of Himalayas with their height ranging from 6,000 meters to 8,000 meters. This mountain ranges from 6,000 meters to 8,000 meters. That means 6 kilometer height to 8 kilometer height. You know very well, 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. So 6,000 meter means 6 kilometer high. 8,000 meters means 8,000 kilometers height. Okay. Their peaks are always covered with snow, hence they are named Himalayas, which means abode of snow. Himalaya, that means Hima means ice, Alaya means home. Okay, Alaya means home or temple, that means Himalayas or abode of snow. Okay, that means every time 24 hours, 365 days throughout the year, they are always covered with the ice. Okay. Hence, their peaks are always covered with snow and hence they are named Himalayas, which means abode of snow. The highest mountain peak, which is the highest mountain peak, Mount Everest. That is Mount Everest is the highest peak. That is the range of highest peak is called as the Mount Everest. It is located in Nepal. In which country it is located? It is located in Nepal, having the height 8,848 meters. 8,848 meters. This is the Mount Everest is the highest peak. That means the highest mountain in the world. Which one? Mount Everest, having the height 8,848 meters. Having the height 8,848 meters height it has. Okay. It is located in Nepal country. Next, the Karakoram range. Here the ranges, they have given the different names for different ranges. That means this one, like this. They have named here. The second one is the Karakoram range of the Greater Himalayas, lies in Ladakh. That is in our India. Okay, it encloses mountain K2 or mountain Godwin Austen. This is K1. They are named as the K1, K2 like that. Okay, this is K1. K2 is located in our India. The second highest mountain, that is K2, is located in our India, that is in Ladakh. Okay, we call it as mountain Godwin Austen. Okay, the highest peak in India and the second highest in the world. Compared in the world, it is the second highest. Which one? Mountain Godwin Austen. And also the other names of the other highest peaks: Nanda Devi, Kanchenjunga, Dhavalagiri, Nanga Parbat, Annapurna and Makalu are a few other high peaks of this range. That means in this range so many high peaks are there. Next to these two. Okay, first one is always Mount Everest, second one K2, that is Godwin Austen. Okay, next below this Nanda Devi, Kanchenjunga, Dhavalagiri, Nanga Parbat, Annapurna and Makalu, next they stands here. Okay, next they are also present here, which are few other high peaks of this range. Next, page number 11. The Great Himalayas, because of their altitude, contain most of the Himalayan glaciers. A glacier is a moving mass of ice. In summer, the ice melts and moves down the slopes of the mountains as rivers. Gangotri and Yamunotri are two important glaciers that start from the Himalayas. They move further down and form never-ending rivers like the Ganga and the Yamuna. These rivers cut through the mountains and form lowlands called valleys. The Greater Himalayas, because of their high altitude, that means altitude means height, okay, contains most of the Himalayan glaciers. What is the meaning of glacier? They have given a glacier is a moving mass of ice. That means when the temperature is high means just if it is just 1 degree is increased, they melt. They melt and the flow of ice starts. So this is called as glacier. A glacier is a moving mass of ice. From one place, from highest peak to the lowest valleys. In summer, the ice melts and moves down the slopes of the mountain as rivers. In the summer, usually the temperature increases. That means the ice melts. Okay, there the ice melts and the flow of ice starts. And they move towards down the slopes as rivers. There the rivers are started. Okay, Gangotri and Yamunotri are two important glaciers that start from the Himalayas. Here in the Himalayas, Greater Himalayas, the two rivers will start, that is Gangotri and Yamunotri. Next we will name them as the Ganga River and Yamuna River. Okay, they move further down. That means these two, Gangotri and Yamunotri, are two important glaciers that start from the Himalayas. They move further down and form never-ending rivers. That means they are always moving from to the long distance. Okay, they are called as never-ending rivers like that, Ganga and Yamuna. These rivers cut through the mountains and form lowlands called valleys. That means they move towards the valleys. They move towards the flat valleys. Okay, flat land or lowland forms the lowland. They are called as valleys. These rivers always filled with water throughout the year due to this ice. Okay, in the rainy season they flow with the rainwater. In the summer season, due to the melting of this ice, there always the water is present in these two rivers, that is Ganga and Yamuna. These are the big rivers, Gangotri and Yamunotri. Ganga and Yamuna are the rivers which are very, very important for our Indian people also. Okay. Next, we go to the lesser Himalayas or Himachal. The lesser Himalayas or Himachal have heights ranging from 3,700 meters to 4,600 meters. The Himachal is a very beautiful stretch of mountains where rumbling waterfalls, meandering rivers, fertile valleys, lush green grasslands, and luxurious forests make it a paradise for the tourists. Famous hill stations like Shimla, Kulu, Manali, Almora, Nainital, Mussoorie and Darjeeling are in this part of the mountains. They attract people from all over the world. Next, when you come to lesser Himalayas, these ranges from 3,700 meters to 3,700 meters to 4,600 meters height. This one 6,000 to 800. This ranges from 3,700 to 4,600 meters. The Himachal is a very beautiful stretch of mountains where rumbling waterfalls. That means this area is very, very beautiful to see. Very, very beautiful to see. Here we see, what can we see? Okay, here we see rumbling waterfalls. That means so many waterfalls. Meandering rivers. That means Ganga, Yamuna. Not only those rivers, so many rivers are take birth in the Himalayas. They also flow. Okay, fertile valleys. Here, due to these rivers, we see the valleys, fertile valleys also. Lush green grasslands. That means green color grasslands. Okay, and luxurious forests. So much thick forest we see here. Make it a paradise for the tourist. Paradise means heaven. Paradise means heaven. It makes a paradise of tourist heaven for the tourist people. In the world, so many people they are visiting this place throughout the year to feel the different conditions. That means in the cold season, they feel very cold. To see that how much cold it is, the people are visiting. In the summer, to feel the cold, to avoid the summer season, they come here to feel the cold here. Okay. Famous hill stations like, which are the hill stations here? That means visiting places or tourist places are Shimla. This is one place. Kulu, Manali, Almora, Nainital, Mussoorie and Darjeeling are in this part of the mountains. These are the places where so many people are attracted, which attracts the so many tourist people. Okay, they attract people from all over the world, not only from the India. They attract the world people. That means so many people from other countries also come here and they will enjoy the climatic conditions. Okay, that means the lesser Himalayas are the tourist places. Lesser Himalayas are the tourist places, consists of waterfalls, meandering rivers, fertile valleys, lush green grasslands and luxurious forests. Make it a paradise for for the tourist people. Next we come to the outer Himalayas or Shivaliks. The outer Himalayas, I am reading, the outer Himalayas lie between the lesser Himalayas and the Gangetic Plain with an average height between 900 meters and 1200 meters. This southernmost range is often referred to as the Shivalik range. It enfolds large flat valleys known as duns. Dehradun, the capital of Uttarakhand, is one such valley. At the foothills of the Shivaliks is a marshy land known as Terai. Dense forests are found in this range. Lofty peaks, valleys, gorges, waterfalls and passes are the associated physical features of this Himalayan range. Now we will read the outer Himalayas or Shivalik. The outer Himalayas lies between the lesser Himalayas and the Gangetic Plain with average height between 900 meters to 1200 meters. That means this range starts from 900 meters from the sea level. Okay, 900 meters to 1200 meters. How the height counted? They will take the sea level has the 0 and from there they will calculate this 900 meters to 1200 for this also. Okay. Gangetic plain. Here the word given Gangetic plain, that means the river where the Ganga flows. Besides that, that is called as Gangetic plain. Okay. Here the outer Himalayas lie between the lesser Himalayas, that means low areas of the Himalayas, and the Gangetic plain with an average height between 900 meters to 1200 meters only. This southernmost range is often referred to as the Shivalik range. We call this as by another name, Shivalik range. It includes large flat valleys known as dunes. That means large flat valleys. Here the land is flat, so they are called as dunes. Okay. Dehradun, the capital of Uttarakhand, is one such valley. Dehradun is the place. Okay. In Uttarakhand, it is also capital city of Uttarakhand. It lies in this valley. All the foothills of the Shivaliks is a marshy land known as terai. Marshy land means here the same. They are seen. That means the trees which are very lesser height are called as marshy lands are okay. Known as terai. Dense forests are found in this region. Dense forest ranges are present in this region. Lofty peaks, valleys, gorges, waterfalls and passes are the associated physical features of this Himalayan range. Lofty peaks, valleys, okay, gorges. I have already explained what are the gorges. That means the land between two mountains. Okay, waterfalls. Here also we see the waterfalls and passes. That means the underground passes between the two mountains is associated physical features of this Himalayan range. These are the physical features of this Himalayan range, that is outer Himalayas. Okay, this is the marshy terrain. Here they have given the figure of the animal. Okay. Next, which are the animals in present in details we will continue in the next class. Now I will recall, that is abode of snow. Abode of snow means the Himalaya. Hima means ice, Alaya means temple, the temple of ice, or the place, the home of ice. Okay, the abode of ice means abode of snow means the ice home. Okay, the Himalayas ranges. That means the Himalayas form the world's largest mountain range. Largest mountain range. I explained that Mount Everest is the highest peak which is present in the Nepal country as height of 8,848 meters, present in the Greater Himalayas or Himadri. Okay, it ranges from 6,000 meters to 8,000 meters height average. If you take the average, it ranges from 6,000 meters to 8,000 meters. Okay, this stretches between China, Nepal, Tibet and Bhutan also. This Himalayas stretches from China, Tibet, Nepal and Bhutan countries. Its range also they have given, and the climatic conditions always see here the cold condition is present. When you go to the highest peak, it is still cold. That means we won't get the oxygen also. We won't get the oxygen also. To climb this Mount Everest, everything we have to carry along with oxygen cylinders. Oxygen cylinders along with us. Okay, otherwise we won't get the oxygen also. That means that much of cold there we feel. Next, physical features. These Himalayas are divided into Greater Himalayas, Lesser Himalayas and the Outer Himalayas. As the Greater Himalayas name itself indicates that it ranges from 6,000 to 800 meters. The Lesser Himalayas 3,700 meters to 4,600. The Outer Himalayas 900 to 1,200 meters. Okay, here in this Mount Everest and K2, okay, other Kanchenjunga, Nanda Devi, Dhavalagiri, Nanga Parbat, Annapurna and Makalu, which are the present here. Okay, these are the mountain ranges, names of the mountain ranges that present in Greater Himalayas, which are the highest places considered in the world. Highest places, that means the highest peaks of the world. Okay, here the first stands the Mount Everest, second stands K2, next this comes. Okay, next when you come to glaciers, a glacier is a moving mass of ice. In summer, ice melts and move in the form of a river. They are called as glaciers. The two important glaciers are Gangotri and Yamunotri. Gangotri and Yamunotri. Next day further, next after moving some places, it comes as the river Ganga and Yamuna, the holy rivers of India. Okay. Next, lesser Himalayas also we have studied. Here, this is the paradise for tourists. Paradise for tourists, that means visiting places. Visiting places are present in lesser Himalayas. When you come to the outer Himalayas or Shivalik, this is the plain land. That means the fertile land. Here also we will find the lofty peaks, valleys, gorges, waterfalls, and passes through are the associated physical features of this Himalayan range. Okay, I hope you understand this much. We will continue in the next class. Have a nice day. Thank you.